What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Jaguar Nation. Today's video is going to be a story time video about when I was the only sober person back when I used to go to hardcore parties. Okay, for those of you that don't know me personally, I don't do anything like as far as like alcohol or like drugs. Like I don't even smoke weed, and the reason for that is because um, like I have type 1 diabetes, for those of you that don't know. And like I know people with diabetes that actually do drink, they smoke weed, they do whatever. Now the thing is with alcohol and diabetes, what happens is a lot of people have the misconception that if you have diabetes you can't drink alcohol, which you absolutely can. But the thing is that when you are drinking alcohol, uh, your blood sugar will shoot up, and that's why people will administer their insulin and whatnot. But it will shoot back down and really quick too. Um, so whenever you're drinking alcohol and you have diabetes, don't give yourself insulin, and also really don't overdo it. Like anyone, like you got to be careful when you're drinking. However, when you have diabetes, you should never go like overboard, but people do it anyway. But I just don't drink. And also, when it comes to weed, I have been told that for a lot of people, marijuana actually does help. People with diabetes. As far as like with their blood sugars and whatnot. I mean, I've never tried it personally, but I just don't do it. The reason why I don't do like anything, even like the hardcore drugs, because I'm fine the way I am. I don't really need it. If you actually do it, that's great. I mean, I'm kind of a bit neutral when it comes to the whole thing. But anyway, let me get to the point with the whole story. So I had a friend on the street that I grew up on, and we used to hang out a lot, and we jammed a lot together. We formed like a little band type thing, and I was really close with the guy. And I'm not gonna put their real names, the people in the story, like their real names or anything. So the one guy that I was friends with, I'll call him like Dan or something like that. So Dan and I, we were friends for quite some time, and Dan, he had a definitely a rough side to him, and even like without him drinking and doing whatever, he was always the type of guy to get like a lot of girls, and yeah, so we were like really good friends for a long time. So and he was actually a friend that really did care about me, and I did care about him, and to this day I still do care about him. So he would throw these parties all the time whenever his parents would go out, and they would be out of state or upstate or something. So I would basically go to these parties, and there would be a shit ton of people. Like there were times where there were like dozens and dozens of people at these parties, and there was one specific night that actually was probably the funniest night. I mean, it was pretty like scary actually when it first happened, because everyone was so fucking shit faced, and it was horrible. Um, yeah, so there was this one night, and my one friend and I, will call him, I don't fucking know, Mike. We'll call him Mike. So we were out in the area, and we were just walking around or something like that. And we were by like the high school or something. And what had happened was Dan texted me and was like, "Oh, hey, are you up for a party?" or something like that. So another friend of mine who was with Dan at the time, we'll call him Jake. Dan and Jake, they were together, and we were all like pretty close. Um, so he picked us up. Jake picked us up from the school, and it was like really late at night. It was probably like 9 or 10 o'clock at this point at night, and I don't know. We were just like fucking around by the school. I don't fucking know. I don't even know why we were there. I was barely even there when school was in session, so I don't know. Anyway, though, so we go back to Dan's house, and he was saying like, yeah, I'm gonna have this party. Um, but oh yeah, and this was even like probably one of the crazy, not the craziest part of the night, but this was like actually like pretty fucking bad. So we were on our way back to Dan's house from the school, which is not even a mile away. So already Dan and Jake were already fucked up. Like I already knew that they were fucked up at that point. So Dan, he literally gets out of Jake's truck and goes on the roof while he's driving. While he's fucking driving. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on right now? I mean, it was so fucking bad. So then we pull up to his place, and nobody was there yet. Maybe there was a couple people, I don't really remember, but yeah. So all of a sudden, then within maybe 10, 15 minutes at most, literally so many people show up to his place, and it literally escalated really quick at that point. Like, I mean, Jake and Dan, they were already done with. I mean, and it didn't even begin the party. But the other people, like, it literally escalated. And I'm talking, there was like angel dust there, um, meth. There was a lot of shit there. I mean, there was a lot of fucking shit there. I think there was even like, um, I don't even know, honestly. There was just a lot of shit. Um, but anyway, so at that point, um, my friend and I, Mike, who was with me, we were just like chilling there, and Mike was just like, you know what, maybe I'll just take a shot, if that. So I think he did, but he was not wasted or anything. So within the next couple of hours, there was just a lot of people just saying the weirdest fucking shit to me, and um, like I felt like I mean, honestly, I mean, it was pretty scary, but the more I think about it, because everyone honestly was okay, there was nobody died or anything, so I like to look back on that and just kind of be like, good times, good times. So yeah, hours went by, and all of a sudden, uh, the two stars of the show, Dan and also Jake, somebody said to me, they were like, oh yeah, they're streaking in the street, and it was like the middle of the night at this point, and I was like, no way, like holy shit. And so I see these two guys literally running up and down the street, fucking streaking. It was horrible. I mean, it was actually really funny. So then after that, my mom, she seen that I wasn't home still. I mean, I literally we lived on the same street. So she's like, where are you? What are you doing out this late? I see that you're not home, this and that. So I left the party at that point. My friend, I didn't really want to leave him, my friend Mike, because he didn't know any of these people, and I gotta say, shit was going down. I mean, like, there was no like fights, and I don't think the cops were called. I don't think. Um, but so then he texted me back at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I got a ride home from somebody else that was at the party or something." And I'm like, "Oh God," like, because he didn't know any of these people, so it was really like taking a chance. So then, what had happened was I go back like really early on in the morning, back to Dan's house, and I just see people laying there like all over. Like I seen somebody like laying on like the kitchen table or something like that. It was like horrible. I mean, and literally nobody remembered shit. There was pictures that were posted on like Instagram or something, and of them streaking. Like they didn't even remember it. And I'm just like, you guys, like, I mean, you took it to the next level. But yeah, I used to go to quite a bit of those parties, but I didn't really do anything, and I was pretty much always just there. I didn't really talk to many people. I mean, I would talk to people that I knew. When it comes to socializing like that, I'm not so good at it. But yeah, because this guy, we we had a lot of memories together, and it was really like, I mean, the more that I think about it, he was probably my most adventurous friends, or one of my most adventurous friends. Um, but yeah, so that is basically it for my story time video. There's gonna be a few more story time videos to come. I have a couple ideas when it comes to that. So yeah, guys, have a nice day, week, month, year, life. Jaguar out.